Hello, I'm Carol Peters with West Meadowbrook Neighborhood Association, and this is another episode of Eastside Stories. Eastside Stories is a series of video interviews we do with leaders in the community that we would like to share with you. Today we have Shawn Smith, who is the Regional Portfolio Manager for Seldin Company. They manage the Sunset at Fash Place property along with others, and she's going to talk with us today about the progress at Sunset. Welcome, Shawn.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
First, I'd like you to describe yourself for the audience. Just who are you and what do you do?
So again, my name is Shawn Smith. I am the Regional Portfolio Manager for this community. I am with Seldin Company. Our corporate office is actually based out of Omaha, Nebraska, but we have a large portfolio of communities in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and Sunset at Fash being one of those premier communities that I oversee.
Well, Shawn has taken a lot of time to come see us today since she's from the far north side of the Metroplex, so we really appreciate that.
Absolutely.
We want to catch up today about Sunset. What's going on? What is the occupancy level? You told us it was 100%. And did you experience a smooth transition to the 100% capacity?
We actually did. We were expecting a lot of interest in the community, but for it to go as quickly as it did was very pleasing for us and shocking, quite honestly, that it went so quickly. But we are at 100% occupied, and we were able to accomplish that goal, within a 90-day period.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
And you've kept most of those tenants?
Yeah, we have. We have retained all of the residents actually that have moved in.
Wonderful. When we were talking with Megan at the Neighborhood Association about developing the property, we talked to her a lot about security, because like any other neighborhood, we do have our issues occasionally, and we wanted to be sure that anybody who lived here felt secure. So could you tell us, has there been any incidents here, and have you had to upgrade your security at all?
We haven't. We haven't had any issues with security at all. All of our residents are vetted before they move in. There is a process that we go through where even the residents have to go through a criminal background check. But we've not had any incidents on record. We also partner with the local police authority as well to kind of help educate us and to drive through the community. We did enhance every apartment home by putting on an additional measure or layer of security, I should say, where every home has a Ring doorbell that's on the front door as well. But you know, it's a new community. We're trying to make the community a cohesive community as well, and we're definitely on the right track to doing that. But everything's good so far, so good.
Well, that's great news.
Yeah.
Could you describe your residents for us? Who are they, and are they, what types of jobs do they have? Are they retired? Do they work? And we talked a little bit about that before we started talking on camera, but kind of describe the average tenant for us.
And it's actually very much so most of what you mentioned. Most of the residents here, the large majority, are local residents who have been here for years and years. We have a small percentage of residents that are retired as well. And we have a couple of folks actually that have moved from out of state to live here also. But we have just a group of working class residents that live here that are familiar with the community. They know it, and they didn't want to move to another city or another area. So we have them here as our residents.
So, but they are all over age 55.
All over age 55, yes.
And you said you vetted the tenants. So do you have criteria that you follow?
Absolutely.
And what is it?
Absolutely. So we do follow all of the standard practices. We follow fair housing guidelines, and just a snippet as far as the criteria goes. We do credit checks for all of our residents. We do a background check as well. We review their income, assets, and things like that. We are considered affordable housing, so the residents here have to be within a certain income bracket, which we do verify and vet that information as well.
Okay. Do you have a tenant organization, and what do you have meetings, and what are you hearing back from them? What's their feedback?
Well, we don't have a tenant organization, but what we do have are programs that we do here on site. The manager that is here, her name is Maria Rodriguez. She actually facilitates different events for the residents. So whether it's recognizing birthdays or doing bingo or having someone from another agency come in and kind of educate the residents on health and well-being and things like that, that's our opportunity when we have them all together in one room to have that engagement, to kind of get feedback from them as to how they are liking the place and things like that. So we use those opportunities when we have those in-house events, which are monthly, to really just engage and interact with our residents.
Okay. So, and what you're hearing back is positive.
It's positive. It has been positive feedback for sure. Most of our residents, although we don't have any units right now available, definitely inquire, for family members and things like that, because a large part of the folks that live here refer other people, and which that is always a great thing when it's word of mouth and referrals that are coming in through the door.
Yeah, that's the best way to do business.
Yeah.
Earlier when you just opened, some of our neighbors, some of our members of the neighborhood association took tours of the facility. Are those still available if you want to take them? Since you're full, I just want to make sure we don't promise something we can't deliver.
Actually, we were taking precautions and still taking precautions with COVID still going on. Not necessarily as rampant as it was maybe a year ago, but we actually do have something in the pipeline to have an actual event, a grand opening of sorts here at the community. But we are definitely open to any organizations that want to come by and tour. We are happy to show them around. We love our facility. We believe it's a beautiful place to live.
And why do you believe, just to close this out, why do you believe Sunset has been so successful?
Because the owners have, before they even built, they had a vision as to what they wanted this community to be. I believe that has come to fruition at this point. They wanted to have a well-appointed, affordable housing living space for residents, because everyone deserves to live in a great environment. And I believe that the product that has been delivered really speaks for itself. It really does.
Do you see the possibility of more of these types of facilities being built on the side of town?
I do.
East Fort Worth?
Yeah, I do actually. This Fort Worth is prime for this type of facility, and once they are they're built in the community, and residents, long-term residents have can see the progress in that the communities are nice, well maintained. Then for us, we'd love to be that example to show it can be done. It certainly can be done.
Well, that's a great way to close.
Yeah.
Thank you, Shawn, for being with us. And thank you all for watching another episode of Eastside Stories. And we hope to come back again in July with another episode. Thank you.